guys, welcome back to Book Talk. So this week I have a book that I am very excited to tell you about, and that is Lysbeth. It's by Mr. Haggard there. It's his full name. H. Rider Haggard. Now this one is actually a pretty decent sized book, and H. Rider Haggard has written a bunch of books. I believe he's most famous for writing King Solomon's Mines, which is, if you're familiar, it's an older classic. It came out kind of around the time of C.S. Lewis. It was a little bit right before that when those books were coming out, so I guess the late 1800s, early 1900s. But this book was one of his lesser known books. Again, that's called Lysbeth. I'll hold it back up again for you. And it takes place in the Netherlands, and it's a historical fiction about the Dutch or Hollish people and their fight for religious freedom. So it's very historical, very educational, as well as entertaining. But the main premise, it's about the main character Lysbeth and her journey from Catholicism into Protestant Christianity, which this was right after the time of the French Revolution, or no, oh my goodness, Protestant Reformation. Man, I messed that up. So this is right around the time of the Protestant Reformation. So it was when the French Huguenots were taking the Protestant Reformation into the Netherlands. And so it really kind of shows the depth of like how, volatile that time was for people, because even though as modern day people we look at it and be like, it's just a religion, like whatever, no one really cares about that anymore. Back then that was a huge thing. And so she is, in the beginning of the story, it's a Catholic, and then it traces her journey through into the Protestant faith, and then just like the persecution that those Christians had to deal with. And it was very eye-opening for me to really think of like what people in history had to go through for their faith versus what we have to go through in America for ours. And they were just so bold and brave. It was very convicting for me to really take a look at my life and walk as a Christian and how bold am I, kind of a thing. But it's a great story in part because of the historical element, but also because the author just has so many twists in the story. It's kind of like reading like a soap opera drama, in my opinion. So if you like dramatic stories, this is a great book for you. I recommended it to a bunch of friends because of that. Not because it was like, over the top stupid drama, but because it was just so engaging, and like I couldn't put the book down and stop, because every time I wanted to there was another twist or another turn, and it was wonderful. And he didn't overdo it like some authors I've read. The whole book is just like action points, and that's no fun. But he did it in a very engaging way where it was a natural pace of the story, but it still kept you interested the whole time. So like I said, definitely had some great twists to it. The characters were very well written, and I'm not positive on this, so don't quote me, definitely fact check me, but I want to say he based some of his characters on historic people. I know like William of Orange is a prince from history. He's in here briefly, and so like there was definitely some carryover there, which I like, because you feel like you're kind of getting to know someone from history even though you're not, but it's that fictional representation of that. But his characters were just very engaging, and you really develop strong feelings. Like, so the villain, for example, was so well written that you really didn't like them, and it just drew you into the story in a very engaging way that I really liked. So again, that's Lysbeth by H. Rider Haggard. Great historical fiction. Got a great level of drama and twist to it, but very engaging, and I would definitely recommend that. So give it a shot, let me know what you think, and let me know what other books you want me to read.